Thank you for visiting eRecruitFit. We're confident that after a few minutes of learning the proven science behind our approach to the identification, selection, and development of personnel, you will appreciate the incredible value that eRecruitFit can bring to your program. Value that can be measured by the performance metrics that all coaches and athletic administrators are accountable to: competitive performance, academic accomplishment, protection of the institution's brand, the bottom line, and student-athlete welfare. While that may sound bold, stay tuned for a few short minutes, and we're sure you will be sufficiently intrigued with our truly innovative approach to recruiting. It's common to hear coaches speak of developing a culture within their program, although many struggle to pinpoint the defining characteristics of their culture. By applying leading-edge behavioral science, eRecruitFit can reliably predict the fit of prospective student-athletes into your culture based on how they match the cognitive abilities and behavioral traits of a model developed specifically for your program. Your customized model is derived by methodically differentiating the cognitive abilities and behavioral traits of current and recent former student-athletes that have prospered in your environment, those serving as your ideal models against those deemed to be imperfect candidates. Increasing the fit of your recruits will yield performance dividends on the field and in the classroom, while reducing the behavioral challenges and hits to the culture you are working to develop. The recruiting process can produce a mind-numbing excess of data. The challenge is to detect the signal in the noise, the information that is actually helpful in your decision-making. Too often, recruiting decisions are based on subjective and frequently biased information. eRecruitFit's athletic-specific assessments are grounded in proven psychometric science that is employed worldwide by over 50% of today's top-performing organizations in their identification, selection, and development of personnel. Recently, many law enforcement agencies have adopted the same science in which eRecruitFit is based as a means of determining how a candidate will respond to adversity, how they'll process information under duress, ultimately trying to bring to the surface their cognitive abilities and behavioral traits to better manage how officers will respond at the moment of truth, often with life and death implications. Can the psychometric science that is applied with increasing regularity in the private and public sector help your program make better decisions in recruiting? The in-state cost of a 4-year scholarship at the average public university exceeds $100,000, while an out-of-state scholarship approximates $180,000. When you reconcile that investment along with the expense of recruiting and other carrying costs with the fact that over 50% of scholarship student athletes do not complete their eligibility at the institution in which they initially enrolled, you can begin to understand the poor return on investment most schools yield with their recruiting. Let's face it, the degree of confidence that coaches possess, a much-needed trait that makes many coaches great, can also contribute to the mistakes made in recruiting. The belief that I can change this kid is at the root of many misfits in recruiting. Can your decision-making process in recruiting benefit from objective information that accurately projects the fit of a prospect into your culture? Would upfront knowledge of those recruits who do not project a fit into your culture save a lot of wasted time and expense in recruiting? Can you realize the goals you've set for your program without a greater return on your recruiting investment? The behavioral composition and cognitive abilities of student athletes can vary widely. A program's risk in the selection process can be mitigated when decisions apply world-class psychometric science. eRecruitFit accurately and reliably assesses the cognitive and behavioral risks of prospects that can be reconciled with your program's level of tolerance to inform your decision-making with valid, objective data. The eRecruitFit process also affords your program the opportunity to get out in front of your at-risk prospects and develop individual intervention strategies, thereby increasing their probability of success. eRecruitFit offers meaningful, on-mission services that seek to reduce the margin of error in recruiting and enhance fit between student athletes and teams by applying a combination of leading-edge behavioral science and predictive analytics. Striving to position student athletes in an environment that maximizes their potential and minimizes the stressors that can have serious personal consequence is a driving force behind eRecruitFit. You can begin making more informed decisions in your identification and selection in under a week with an investment of just 3 hours. We've narrowed the onboarding process to 5 easy steps. Simply click on the link at the end of this video to complete some information, and an eRecruitFit representative will be in contact with you shortly. We look forward to helping you unleash the potential that can result from a custom fit.